Hi, I'm Dédé Wilson, and I'm going to show you how to make sour cream drop donuts. I've written a book, A Baker's Field Guide to Donuts, and here you will find drop donuts, ring-shaped donuts, glazed, cake, chocolate, vanilla, all kinds of flavors, and believe it or not, they're easier to make at home than you might think. So to make sour cream drop donuts, we're going to start with a cup of sugar in our mixer bowl, and I'm going to add 2 eggs, and we're going to whip that up. These are large eggs, so 2 eggs to that cup of sugar. Once the sugar and eggs are combined and creamy, I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of soft room temperature butter, 1 cup of sour cream, teaspoon and a half of vanilla, and then some freshly grated nutmeg. This is a whole nutmeg. Of course, you can buy ground nutmeg, but freshly grated nutmeg has such a wonderful flavor, and I'm just going to grate some right into the bowl. There we go. Now we're just going to mix all of these ingredients together. And then I'm going to add my dry mix. I'm actually going to switch to my flat paddle for this part. And what I have here is a mixture of 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, a cup of cake flour, tablespoon of baking powder, teaspoon of salt, and a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. The reason why I have a blend of all-purpose and cake flour is because the cake flour is going to make the texture of the sour cream drop donuts a little more tender than they would be if we used entirely all-purpose. So I'm going to add this in a couple of batches. Don't want to overmix, you just want to bring it together. I had put all of the dry mix together in this bowl ahead of time and whisked it together so that it was thoroughly blended. That way you won't have a clump of baking soda or salt. And you can see that each time I'm adding, I'm not blending it completely, because we just want to do that at the very end. That will help keep it from being overdone. Actually, let me scrape down the sides while we have the machine off. And that's it. This is our sour cream drop donut batter, ready to be refrigerated for at least 2 hours, or even better, overnight. So I've got a pot filled with canola oil, or safflower oil is good as well. I've got my digital thermometer. It's registering, it's almost at 342. I want to bring this up to 350, 355. That's the temperature we're going to be frying the drop donuts in. So here's my dough chilled, ready to go. We have a sheet pan with 3 layers of paper towels. We're going to take the drop donuts out of the oil right onto here to absorb the extra oil. This is a number 40 scoop. Looks like an ice cream scoop. It's just a size that's going to give you like a ping pong ball size donut. And we're just going to drop the batter right in. All of them will be the same size because we're using the scoop. Plus, it just makes it really easy to get the dough into the fat. Now, you don't want to crowd the drop donuts, so I could probably put 1 more in there. You not only don't want to crowd them, but also because this is a chilled dough, as you're adding the drop donuts to the oil, it's going to be bringing the temperature of the oil down. Because you want to keep it up, you just want to put in a few at a time. You're just going to cook for a minute or 2 on each side, and we can flip them around. Sometimes they kind of explode and there's like a little piece coming out to the side, but that's just part of their homemade charm. These wire baskets are wonderful when you're frying because the open work, it's so open, it'll really allow all the oil to drain away. Now the thing about drop donuts is, since they're big and round, you want to make sure that the center of the donut is beautiful, rich brown all the way around. This one looks good. Fish it out, put it right onto the paper towel. And then I just roll them around on the paper towel a little bit. This is powdered sugar. So you just drop the donut in and just start tossing it around. And you can see it just picks up the sugar, gets a nice coating. Same thing with the cinnamon sugar. When all is said and done, It's like you've had 3 different drop donut recipes in one. Look at that, ready to eat. You can find more recipes at my site, bakepedia.com, the baker's resource.